to gain the support of the unseelie court of the Sidhe is to kill Aislinn, Lord of the Winds, who is an unseelie himself. They gave you a rune stone, which is able to open a gate to Aislinn's domain. Neither she nor mortal warriors can get through the magical defenses, but since you are neither of them, you may be able to succeed. The dwelling place of Aislinn is a bare, windswept plateau. The storm grabs your cape hungrily as you get closer. You don't feel any magic. You don't even know if you are inside the area protected by the charms. So you must get as close as possible before opening the gate. You successfully crossed almost the whole plateau undetected, but then you meet a patrol of 4 unseelie warriors in a ravine. You lie low behind a huge rock and wait until the patrol leaves the area. When you are sure you are out of their sight, you go on your way. Soon you get to a rocky valley which is big enough to let the army of the Sidhe court through and which is close enough to the lair of Aislinn. You grab the runestone, but a sudden tempest strikes you. You see the Lord of the Winds in the eye of the storm. The people of the Sidhe look almost eternal, but the Lord of the Winds shows his age. His face looks like cracked soil, his back is bent, and his whole body is transparent. He almost looks like a ghost. As he steps closer to you, you feel as if the essence of the storm were talking to you. If I kill you now, I will be safe until my stepbrothers find another changeling. But I am tired of being hunted forever. So I have got a deal for you. I shall give you a staff, which you can use in your fights. But you have to kill me with it. Will you do this? Although the staff is very effective against the Sidhe, it is unable to hurt me. When you strike me with it, my body becomes one with the winds of the mountains. But the warriors on your side will believe you finished me for good. The staff Aislinn gives you was carved from a magical oak in Bedegrain. You feel its tremendous powers. It might be useful against the Lord of the Winds, but before you open the gate and call the Sidhe army, you have to decide which weapon you want to use. You open the gate with the help of the runestone and watch contentedly as the troops arrive. After you deploy your troops, you go to battle with Aislinn, the Lord of the Winds. The enemy hero is casting a spell. Your magic shield is fading. The enemy hero is casting a spell. Your magic shield is under normal strength. The enemy has cast a spell. Weather conditions changed. A spell was cast. Your spell was absorbed. The enemy hero is casting a spell. Your magic shield is under normal strength. Your soldiers are going to die. Your units are in danger. Cast a spell. Weather conditions changed. A spell was cast. Your hero is in grave danger. Your soldiers are going to die. A spell was cast. A spell has been cast. unit is going to die. Your soldiers are going to die. The enemy hero is casting a spell. Your magic shield is under normal strength. The enemy has cast a spell. Are in danger. A spell was cast. A spell has been cast. Your unit is going to die. A spell was cast. The enemy has cast a spell. Your units are in danger. enemy has cast a spell. You have defeated the Lord of the Winds, and now you can return to Viraconium and ask for the support of the Unseelie Council. Your magic shield is under normal strength. The enemy hero is casting a spell. Your magic shield is fading. The enemy hero is casting a spell. Your spell was absorbed. Your magic shield is fading. A spell has been cast. Your spell was absorbed. Enemy heroes have captured a location. A spell has been cast. The enemy has cast a spell. The enemy hero is casting a spell. Your magic shield is fading. A spell was cast. Your spell was absorbed.
On my way. On my way.
Yes?
People of the realm, hear me. I am the Emperor of New Rome, bearer of Jupiter's wrath, and the rightful ruler of all Britannia. The gods have sent me to protect this world from itself and the shadows that tear at its foundations from within. Kings and lordlings of the south, yield to my might.
Yes?
Ready to serve. On my way.
Your Grail Shard has lost its power to close the otherworldly gates, which the Fomorians swarm through into Britannia. It became useless after you penetrated the defenses of Glastonbury Abbey. You must use this power, so you came to Meacham to ask the help of the former guardians of the Grail. First you visit the shrine where you found the shard. You find the shrine empty. Only a young lad is mopping the floor in one of the wings. He was sent here as a punishment. It occurs to you just then that in those times when Meacham was independent, the council had archives in the castle where you may find what you are looking for. The boy looks at you with an empty grin. Then he quickly begins to apologize. He knows nothing at all, so finally you just shrug and leave. You have to find the answers elsewhere. You ask around about the members of the council in several places. You even visit the headquarters of the city guards. Finally, you find an old council member who still lives in the city. The former council member tells you that after the destruction of the Grail, the Guardians kept looking after the remaining shard, but they suddenly left Meacham. Only one of them has returned to the city after a few months. He lives in a farmhouse near the town. You find the house of the Guardian ransacked and empty. The man has disappeared. You also find footprints that lead you much further than you expected, to a monastery in the middle of the forest. A monk greets you at the entrance, inquiring about the reason for your visit. They lead you to the abbot, who greets you with a feigned smile and offers you a cup of wine. He casts nervous glances at you, and finally he blurts out that he appreciates your visit, but he's really intrigued as to why you are here. abbot is sweating profusely and mumbles about how it shocked everyone to hear about the destruction of the holy relic, and this is what occupies their minds. When you glare at him, he gives up and admits that the Christian Church wants to find the shards of the Grail. The abbot is a coward, and he takes you to the Guardian in a cell. You ask him about the Grail. You already knew that the Grail was split into shards, but now you learn that the shards of such a relic are alive in a sense, and they are all looking for someone to carry them. Huge forces are emerging in Britannia, powers that crave for greatness and want to shape the land, and the Guardians believe that the sentient Grail shards are behind them. The shards appear in many forms. Their powers are unique, but all may be able to close the demonic gates. The Guardian can't tell you where to find the shards, and he doesn't know anything about their powers and capabilities. Your journey was successful. Now you are aware of the existence of more than one shard, and for all you know, maybe all of them are capable of closing the otherworldly gates. All you have to do now is to find these relics.
My lord, an unseelie warband has emerged from out of nowhere in Sherwood and begun to ravage the region. They are raiding villages, killing everyone, not even sparing the animals. The survivors say the she-warriors are mad with fury, and sometimes even attack each other during the raids. Such behavior has never been seen among the unseelie, and our sages believe this might have something to do with the corruption of Bedegrain Forest. Whatever the reasons are, we must stop this crazed horde before they kill again.
The Regent of Medisham is dedicated to maintaining the growth of his province, even in the face of constant Fomorian threats. Unfortunately, he lacks the necessary financial means. If you were to invest in his plan, Your diplomatic relations would surely benefit, and you should expect a return on your investment as well. Sir Aldred led hundreds of refugees to Pengwern, a region of Bedegrain distorted by the lingering she magic that once transformed these woods into an enchanted forest. When he came to be king of this new province, he invited other refugees to join him and began to build villages and roads. Despite his successes, he could still benefit greatly from your aid. The nobles of the Sidhe normally place no value on pacts with humans, but their tenuous position in this realm and their inability to return to Tir na Nog has presented them with an exceptional situation. Certainly, the thought of attacking them in their own stronghold is a foolish notion at best, but they might appreciate an assurance of peace nevertheless.
Yes, my lord.
Yes?
Magic shield is fading. Your magic shield is under normal strength. The enemy hero is casting a spell. The enemy started to capture one of your locations. Your spell was absorbed. Enemy units have captured a location. The enemy hero is casting a spell. The enemy hero is casting a spell. The enemy hero is casting a spell. A spell has been cast. A spell has been cast. The enemy hero is casting a spell.
Fire! Fire!
The enemy has cast a spell. The enemy hero is casting a spell. The enemy has cast a spell. The enemy hero is casting a spell. The enemy hero is casting a spell. been cast.
Yes, my king! Your wish? Your wish?
The enemy hero is casting a spell. Your magic shield is under normal strength. Your spell was absorbed. Your spell was absorbed. Your spell was absorbed. Your spell was absorbed. The enemy hero is casting a spell. Your magic shield is under normal strength. Enemy hero is casting a spell. Your magic shield is under normal strength. Your spell was absorbed. Your unit is going to die. Your units are in danger. has been cast. A spell has been cast. Your soldiers are going to die. Your hero is in grave danger. Your men are going to die. soldiers are going to die.
Ready to serve. Ready to serve. On my way.
Yes, my lord!
Yes, my lord.
The noble Navia Sula, the wife of the self-proclaimed emperor who rules the former Roman province of Iberacum, called King Arthur or his lawful heir to negotiate. The envoy assures you that the matter is very urgent, so you set off for the forests outside Sherwood to get to the camp of Navia. It takes time for you to find the camp in the dense wilderness. The camp is substantially bigger than you'd expected, and looks like a large hideout for refugees. There are several thousand tired and weary people there, but the mood is peaceful. The camp is well organized, but there are only a few soldiers there, and it seems like they are not really well trained. It is unlikely that they cross the territory of the Sidhe. They are obviously trying to keep something secret. The people are friendly enough. They can't help but look to you as their savior. You start to talk with them about the hardships of your journey and try to get information about their troops, but they never give you a straight answer, and sometimes they even stay silent. The Empress waits for you in her pavilion, sitting behind a makeshift table. She's wearing a Roman dress, and her face is covered by a veil, which muffles her voice. She greets you in a friendly way, offers you a cup of wine, then asks about your journey.
I haven't drunk wine for an eternity,
she tells you bitterly.
I know I should share the wine with you to assure you it is not poisoned, but since I am unable to do so, I shall not take offense if you decline my gesture of hospitality. Ah, so speaks a true strategist. So let it be. I am not here as the envoy of the Emperor. I am speaking on behalf of my own dominion, Ibaracum. I am looking for help in the south, but I am also here to warn you. The former Roman province of Ibaracum is ruled by Emperor Septimus Sulla, who ascended the throne with the help of a mighty artifact. But his mind was ensnared by the same magical treasure that turned him into an insane and a cruel tyrant. Septimus Sulla defends Ibaracum from the Pict hordes and the Fomorian plague with the power of the wall, but that power has its roots in black magic. Sulla has to sink deeper into depravity to keep the magic he needs alive. To keep the magic of the wall alive, the Emperor pays the price in Roman lives. So the Caracallas, an ancient Roman family, started a rebellion against him. The rebels are hiding from the troops of Septimus, but their situation is grim because Sulla's legions are invincible. Furthermore, Ibaracum is not enough for the artifact. It forces Sulla to expand to the south, and he is preparing his legions for the campaign. I arrived here to warn you and to ask for help. The rebels are many, but only a few of them are warriors. The armies of Arthur may overcome the legions of the Emperor, but they will need the knowledge that the rebel leaders possess.
The conversation is interrupted by voices from outside. A guard arrives and reports to the Empress that they have discovered a spy eavesdropping behind the tent, but he couldn't be caught. The scouts and a squad of soldiers are already after him. The Empress is thankful for your help, but she trusts her scouts, who know the area very well. But if you insist, you are free to send your man after the spy. When the interlude is over, the Empress apologizes. She tells you that this was a good demonstration of their weakness as refugees.
The rebels are many, but only a few of them are warriors. The armies of Arthur may overcome the legions of the Emperor, but they will need the knowledge that the rebel leaders possess. Then I put my people at the mercy of King Arthur, and also offer him the treasures saved from Rome. I shall be more than happy to join your army, and my treasure also belongs to you as long as you use it in the fight against the tyrannical Caesar.
The Empress sweeps the veil from her face, and you suddenly realize she is a ghost.
My husband woke me up from the dead in his insanity after I died. As an eternal being, I know the ways of magic, and fighting is not unknown to me either. After I returned as a ghost, and I realized my husband was insane, I tried to leave this world, but I was forced to come back from death by an unknown force, just like the Ghost Legionaries. The Ghost Legions, like the Wall and the Relic, are also the tokens of his power. The Emperor opened gates to the other world, and you have to close them. The first one is at a monastery to the north of here, in the southern part of the area ruled by the Fomorians. Only the rebels can help you more, so you have to find them as soon as possible. Septimus Sulla thinks the relic belonged to Hadrian, but this is only the proof of his madness.
As a matter of fact, it is none other than a shard of a relic called the Grail. I read the notes of a guardian in the archives of Iboracum after Sulla killed the man. The wall was built by a Roman strategist and emperor, Hadrian, to defend the province from the attacks of the barbarians. The wall runs from east to west, straight through the entire land. Its capabilities are provided by colossi, which come alive when the emperor calls them. Only the rebel leaders, the Caracalas, can answer this question. You have to find them as soon as possible.
The Empress steps closer to the bundle of maps on the table, pulls out an enormous scroll, and unrolls it in front of you.
No one knows their exact whereabouts. I only know that they are at the seashore west of Iboracum, in a province overrun by the Formorians. I order my troops to get ready to go, and then I prepare my faithful ghost warriors to fight on our side.
You order your soldiers to defend the camp, and you leave with the Empress at your side.
All that Navius Sulla told us seems to be true. According to our spies, Septimus Sulla rules his so-called empire with immortal ghost legionaries, and demands terrible sacrifices from his people, that he might defend the wall against the Pict hordes. You must venture on 3 important quests to defeat him. You need to find the exiled Roman nobles. Also, you can't fight an army where the soldiers keep coming back from the dead, so you must close the gates whither they return. And the stronghold of Iboracum must fall.
Yes, my king!
Your spell was absorbed. The enemy hero is casting a spell. Your magic shield is fading. A spell was cast. A spell has been cast. is casting a spell. The enemy hero 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 is casting a spell.
Fire!
The enemy hero is casting a spell. The enemy hero is casting a spell. Your men are going to die. The enemy hero is casting a spell. 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 The enemy hero is casting a spell.
Fire!
Your men are going to die. Your unit is going to die. The enemy hero is casting a spell. The enemy hero is casting a spell.
Fire! Fire!
The enemy hero is casting a spell. The enemy hero is casting a spell. is going to die.
Fire!
The enemy hero is casting a spell. Enemy hero is casting a spell. The enemy hero is casting a spell. Your hero is in grave danger. Unit is going to die.
Yes, my king! On my way!
On my way.
On my way! Yes? Yes? Yes?
On my way.
Your wish? On my way!